DD214 Network podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Network is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now, because we have you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you back. The return of the King, Jay, Campbell, and fucking Evie Mux is making me a top again. What are we doing here? Sorry about that. What's going on, John Paul? Welcome back, my man. How you feeling? And if you guys haven't noticed, we are missing one. He's got a bee situation going on. He's been stung by yellow jackets, and so Squillini's not going to be with us today, unfortunately, which is crazy because you
did he say he's actually not going to make it, or is he like still fucking around at the ER?
Yeah, so one of his last words were how bad the swelling is, where this happened, everything that's going on with it. I can barely move my fucking arm, so I actually need to go to urgent care of the ER and get it checked out, so I won't be able to make the episode tonight.
Okay. Well, that's fucking goddamn it.
It's fucking scary. It is fucking scary. Yeah, that's how you get fucked for free.
Yeah, right there. Thank you, Goblin. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. Thank you, guys. I guess I could say I kind of enjoyed my hiatus, if you want to call it that.
I'm going on mine next week.
Yeah. We got the annual coming up this Saturday.
Yeah, and I do my weekly cleanse. No ayahuasca. Not this year at least.
Not this year.
Yeah. Bump Chase mic up a tad. I got you.
Did I tell you about my experience with psilocybin recently?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, so it was disappointing. It was very disappointing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. You said this. You were like, it was whatever.
it was very like it wasn't bad, it wasn't good, but I didn't really get anything out of it. You know what I mean? It was kind of just like, yeah. And it honestly, I think the scariest part is like it had an effect on me, right? Like the intoxicating effect was there. Like I know it worked. You know what I mean? Like it was psilocybin, right? But whatever changed from the last time I did it, however a couple decades ago, whatever, to when I did it this time, like my brain chemistry does not.
It made it healthier.
I basically didn't trip. I mean, we're talking like I saw kind of like the rainbow spectrum of lights around. Or the rainbow spectrum, like prism around lights. I kind of felt the body part of it. But as far as like everything that was going on up here, it was like a regular Tuesday in J-Land, and I was like, well, this isn't doing a fucking thing for me, dude. I felt fucking sober. You know what I mean? Like basically felt sober. You know what I mean? Like
there he is. Yeah, there he is.
Be all right, Joe. Be all right. That's how we cover down, man. This is how we cover down. It looks like I picked a good week to come back then, huh? Because that would have been, yeah.
I'm just gonna say the link still works on the phone too. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Gio, who's now nicknamed from our community, he's now Gino now. Okay. People have been calling him Gino.
Gino.
Yeah, and he's asking if the walls melt.
No, they didn't know. So like I did not take a lot. We're talking if you're in the know, I took probably approximately about 2 grams. Not too much, not too little. Enough to feel it, enough to, I guess, enjoy it if that's your thing. What I was getting at was I basically, in my mind did not go anywhere. My mind kind of just sat there and stayed put while my body kind of felt everything. And overall, that's why I was telling John it was disappointing, because I have what I remember from the late 90s and early 2000s in my heyday. Like it was a lot more intense, and there was a lot more of a trip, if you want to call it that. There was a lot more of a trip back in those days. Whatever my brain has gone through in the last 25 plus years, it's not the same. And
the psilocybin is not the same as it was in the 80s, man.
I don't see. I don't think so, because I'm very much in confidence that everything as far as what I ingested was legit. You know what I mean? It's I could feel it. It just didn't work the way it used to work when I was a lot younger. Let's just say a lot younger. Okay. So to me it was more of an experiment. I wanted to see kind of like where my head was at. We've talked on this show about veterans using things like psilocybin, MDMA.
There's a new one now that a lot of them have been talking about now. It's my boy JM was telling me about this. It's like Radion or something like that. They've been I heard you know who DJ Shipley is?
I think I've heard the name. I'm not very familiar though.
Yeah, he's one of those Delta operators who are talking who's been doing podcasts.
Okay.
But he was talking about that. Yeah, yo, Squillini, honestly, feel better, man. That sucks. That really sucks, Squillini. Yeah, I really don't know what to say. I was taking a nap, and I woke up to see big swollen arms in my phone, and I could not believe it.
Squillini said it itches more than it hurts, but it looked quite painful. It looked quite painful. But that swelling is kind of nasty. That swelling is fucking, go to the fucking ER. That, you're not gonna put some fucking cream on it at the house and make that go away. You need probably need antibiotics, and some other shit, right?
Yep. Yep. So speaking of the trips, let me see. The drug veterans. Well, he said. So what DJ Ship, he was saying that like he went to like Mexico or something like this, and he took this treatment.
Okay.
And he said like the first 24 hours, it showed you like all your Ibogaine.
Okay.
Ibogaine.
What is that? What do they derive that from? That's got to be a derivative of a plant.
It says a plant-based psychoactive compound used primarily by special operations veterans to treat traumatic brain injury, severe PTSD, depression, and addiction, often accessed at specialized clinics outside the U.S. like in Mexico. So yeah, it is another one of the drives. It is another one of the plants. And DJ Shipley was saying like the first 24 hours, he had like all the things that gave him PTSD. It was like amplified with that for the first 24 hours. And then after that, he was like, I want to go home. Like, I'm good. I want to go home. And it's kind of crazy hearing about these like other treatments that like, especially, guys like DJ Shipley, who, these Delta guys have seen some fucking shit,
Post-traumatic stress is no joke. Extreme depression, extreme anxiety is no joke. When you're constantly wired, constantly on, from the moment your eyes come up, open up in the morning to the minute they go to sleep, whenever you fucking pass out at night. It gets exhausting. What it is, it's exhausting, and I don't want to rabbit trail too much, but part of the reason I took a hiatus for the last several weeks was a lot of stuff was just getting too noisy, and I had to take a step back in my own life and kind of just, if you want to call it, I just needed to chill for a month and a half. You know what I mean? And just kind of be.
Everybody needs it.
We here on DD214, we don't go very fast. We don't have a fast pace. We're not high stress. We are very come as you are. We get to stuff when we get to it. We talk about what we want to talk about for about an hour and a half every week, and we go home. It's not very, labor or energy intensive. But when you talk about all the rest of the stuff you do throughout the week, all that other stuff takes energy. All that other stuff, you worry about your kids, you worry about bills, you worry about all the things us grown folk worry about, and especially after our time in service. And sometimes it just gets noisy. It just gets noisy. You start acting shitty to the people you love. Start like every time you leave the house, you just want to go right back inside. Which is not healthy. You know what I mean? And some of that stuff just needs to not be omnipresent. It's okay to have those, a day once in a while, but when a day once in a while turns into 5 or 6 days a week, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It gets exhausting. It gets very exhausting.
And funny enough, you were actually going to come back earlier.
I was, and I had a day last Monday. I was going to be here last Monday, and I had a meltdown. Last Monday, 1 week ago, like I had a meltdown, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. When you just can't, when you can't math good, and nothing is working, nothing in your brain is making sense, and it's all 2 + 2 = 5. You know what I mean? And the square root of -1 all of a sudden starts making sense. You're not in a fun spot.
Now, during this time, I saw you went to, was it Colorado you went to?
Yeah, we went. Yeah, and I'm going back this week. That's where I'm going to be when we do the.
That's
annual,
right.
When we do the annual on Saturday, my ass will be parked in Colorado. I'll be coming live from a hotel room, doing some traveling. So yeah, I'll be there again.
Very nice. Now you were at some like castle or something like that, right?
When I lived there, you're talking. So they recently had some wildfires, and they were.
Yes, they did.
They were in the vicinity, not in the actual town, but they were in the vicinity. Some of those fires were in the vicinity of where I used to live. Not terribly close, but close enough to make it really uncomfortable. And there's a really special place in Colorado called Bishop's Castle. It was made by a crazy old dude, and his son. And his son actually ended up dying during building of this.
Oh, wait a minute! I think I've heard of this place.
I've been there. I've got pictures, of it. Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's beautiful. It's amazing. It's out in the middle of. For however this happened back in the day, this dude bought some land from the beach.
That's right, the one guy who built it. Yeah.
Yes, and he's been building on it ever since. And you can go there, and as soon as you walk in, there are literally signs everywhere that say you are at your own risk. Like, don't even. Yeah, that's Bishop's Castle. That's it. And they were worried that this wildfire was going to overrun Bishop's Castle, and it ended up. They got lucky, and they saved it, so they didn't have to worry. A lot of stuff around Bishop's Castle burned, but the castle itself was spared. So that we can at least thank our valiant firefighters in and around Colorado for that.
Amazing.
A lot of people lost homes. I think at least 4 firefighters unfortunately lost their lives in that fight from beginning to end. The shit is no joke, man. Like those boys that go into the forest in the middle of a goddamn raging firestorm, dude. Those boys and girls that go in there, they ain't no fucking joke. Like give them all your goddamn props. Every chance you get, buy them all the fucking beer at the bar, like whatever they fucking want, whatever they need, because those kinds of jobs that we need people like that. Those are really the unsung heroes. Of our current day and generation are the ones that are very, very, quite literally selfless. Nobody's out there in the forest. They're not going to see you if you do or don't fight the fire, right? And they're out there willingly holding the line, trying to save towns, trying to save houses, trying to save historic kind of landmarks like Colorado landmarks like Bishop's Castle. That's what they're out there for, and that's what they're out there doing, and It was a big deal. It was a big deal several weeks ago, and it's they're probably doing damage still right now.
Yep. Now one of your biggest fans from the dungeon has been waiting for you to come back, man. Waiting for you to. You'll see him on Saturday. Yeah, I gotta say, no, Jay, honestly, it is really nice to have you back, man. It's good to hear your voice. We spoke a couple times throughout the week, and every conversation was a good one, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm glad. But it's good. So I don't want to get your veins popping, but you know what happened the last couple of weeks with physical media and the digital fight. I got to hear your thoughts on this. I got to hear from the horse's mouth. You know, I'm an asshole with this stuff, and you know I'm a digital guy.
Well, and I think you already probably know exactly what I'm going to say. I don't think.
Yep.
Probably nothing has changed the whole time you and me have known each other. This is just another example, in my mind, of them trying to put a limit on like what we call fun. They want to control. They don't just want to control how much and how often you work. They don't want to just control your bank account. They want to even control how you have fun. And one way of doing that is by making sure that your fucking machine has to be plugged into the internet just to get on the goddamn fucking box with it. And not only that, there's no digital copies, so if the internet goes down, you still can't play the fucking game you paid for. And that is what's coming. And I've been saying it for years, and we've kind of scoffed at each other back and forth, but now it's happening. Sony clearly doesn't give a fuck about their bottom line. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit if their stock falls to zero right now, clearly. Because they seem to just keep making bad move after bad move. And that's just, you know what? Those are people, John, that live in an entirely different world than the one that you and me inhabit, and our families and the people that we care and love about. Those motherfuckers making those fucking C-suite decisions, they're all fucking idiots. They're all fucking idiots, and most of them are fucking monsters. Okay? They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about your family. They don't give a shit about me or anybody else. All they care about is fucking money. And the only thing that I love to remind everybody, in case that bullshit gets too loud, the only thing I love to remind everybody, we were born with nothing and we will fucking die with nothing. Okay, so if those greedy fucking goblin motherfuckers want to come in here and ruin our fucking world, okay, like, they'll get what's, number one, they're gonna get what's coming to them, and number two, it's not gonna be it's not gonna be worth nearly as much as they think. You know what I mean? A fucking brand new PlayStation is gonna be worth shit if there's no hardware on it.
It's crazy that they're even expensive as they are now.
We need fucking hardware on our shit. You know what I mean? Like, give me a fucking disc. Give me a record to play on the record player. Okay? Like, if I download something, if I download digital media, make sure that as long as I plug it in and it has a charge, I don't need the fucking internet to access it because I paid for it. It should be mine. I paid for it. That's a product. I paid for it. Otherwise, we're talking about, like, how easy would it be to just bait and switch? How easy would it be to put a kill switch in any of these consoles and just turn the console off if you get, like, banned from like a public server or something? So, yeah.
What? Really, from the dungeon? Oh my god, yeah, they are coming out with the new turntable. What the fuck? They just came out with a vinyl player for $400.
Yeah, I got one sitting. This thing right here sitting behind me. That's my record. That's my record player. That's Jay's record player. I like it the old school. I like it the old school a lot.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do, man. Yeah. So a couple other things. Have you watched anything? Have you watched anything good that really picked your brain and was just like, damn, this was good?
Yes.
What do you got?
Hey, once again, because I'm a fucking cheap ass, it's on Tubi. Do it while you can. Get it while it's hot. It's a long one. It's a long movie, but it's a classic.
I think my wife was just watching something on Tubi.
Dude, it's fucking The Seven Samurai, man.
The Seventh Samurai is on Tubi.
Yes, and it's like that movie, for those of you guys that are not familiar, was made like 1954 or some shit, like literally like mid 1950s in Japan, and this movie is basically like the progenitor for like westerns, like what we call westerns here in America. This movie is one of the progenitors of what we call westerns now.
Yeah,
and they really and if you go back and watch that movie, it's hard to imagine that movie was made 70 fucking years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is kind of unreal too, and it still holds up. A lot of these films it
held up very, very well. And I hadn't seen it in probably, oh God, probably about 25 years. literally. I remember like when I watched it, the last time I watched it, we watched it on a VHS. That's what I can. That's what and it was on two tapes because it's a long movie. It was on 2 tapes.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, like in that movie, fucking badass. It'll make you laugh. Parts of it might make you cry, and it'll kick you in your fucking dick. You know, when you're not looking, because it's that. And that's how far ahead of its time.
I like that, yeah.
It was really far. It was just one of those movies that you're like, that not only was a good movie, not only did it hold up for 70 years, it was way the fuck ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time.
Yeah, you know, over here, we're always watching something, and we just watched Little Brother with John Cena. You know, if I had to put it on the John Cena totem pole, it's one of the more bottom John Cena movies. But John Cena is definitely a treat in that movie. But it was good. But the one
he's gotten a lot better at acting. He's gotten a lot better at acting.
You know, then Silo, we're watching Silo, but Cape Fear, my wife and I have been fucking going in on Cape Fear. It came out for Apple TV Plus, and it's got Javier Bardem playing Max Cady.
How's he do so far?
You would never think that Robert De Niro ever existed if you were a fan of the old film.
That's a bold statement, but I believe you.
Well, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't ever remember watching the movie. You know, I did look up some plots, and now he was like accused to be like a predator in the movie, right?
He's like a stalker, basically. But yes.
Yeah. So. In this one, he's not that. He's just, you know, they accuse him of killing his wife and his pregnant wife, and there's a bunch of mistresses involved and all that stuff. It's got Patrick Wilson.
Now, is this a movie or a TV show?
It's a TV show.
So they're gonna stretch it out then. Okay.
Yeah, the last episode is out on Thursday. And you know what's crazy too? Steven Spielberg and Martin Scorsese worked on this show.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like the shooting is very old school. It's got like the old school like the score, like the music in the background. It's really good. I have to say, it's one of the best shows that my wife and I have watched this year, next to Dutton Ranch. Dutton Ranch was really good. We'll get to them in a second from the dungeon, and then I'm watching it more. My wife kind of just like looks up if something good is happening. SEAL Team.
You still watching
right before you left? Oh yeah, I'm still watching that.
Okay, I've heard. Yeah, I remember we've talked about that, and I've heard you talking about it. So
very good stuff. Very good stuff. I mean, I think some of the military wife and like the girlfriend stuff is kind of boring and cheesy, you know, because I'm a man. I want some action. I want to see someone fucking die. You know what I mean? I want to see someone get shot. You know what I mean?
We're dudes. We're dudes.
Yeah,
we're pretty
I don't want to watch David Boreanaz in his fucking 8th divorce trying to figure out his fucking life. You know what I mean? Right. Like, I don't want to see that stuff. I want to see the missions.
Dude's a fucking killer in the field, but can't hold it together fucking at home behind closed doors. Like ask me if I'm familiar with that story. You know what I mean? Like it's
fucking hilarious too, because like he does really good in the show, but when he's not like doing the soldier shit, the SEAL team shit, he has like children tantrums in the show, and like, you know, it's hilarious. But like the show itself, I mean, I did some reading about it. One of the guys on the show was actually a former team member and was like an advisor and stuff like that. He became one of the members on the show. It's really good. I mean, I thought it was going to be another one of those cheesy military soap operas, but it turned out to be. It's fun. It's a fun show. Yeah, you know, they do this one thing that kind of annoys me though. They start the show off with this crazy like trope in like the Middle East or Somalia where you know something's about to go down, right? Or where the mission is going to take place. And that episode will follow that whole like situation and goes through like a whole cycle of the same events but on different parts of the country.
Okay.
Very interested, but you can see the references. They have a Neptune Spear reference, Benghazi reference, and I think the other one was I I think the other one was like a Saddam Hussein like inspired mission too, but again, it's got some boring shit to it. So it's got some like once they're back in states.
John, you don't have to like everything, okay? You don't have to like everything.
It's just like once I see David Boreanaz's kids, I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. I'm gonna start doom scrolling.
You don't have to be like me and hate almost everything, right? But you also don't have to like everything either. You know what I mean? You don't have to like everything either.
I want to see the badass shit, dude. I want to see the badass shit.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Watching SEAL Teams has put me on a fucked up rabbit hole about learning everything I need to know about Neptune's spear.
And I'll tell you what, too. I think I found the movie that I'm going to go see in the theaters, and it's probably going to be The Odyssey. Like that's. I haven't seen it yet, but word on the street is it's worth its weight, and it's a Nolan film. You know, you and me are big fans of Christopher Nolan.
I love Nolan.
So it's kind of like when the word on the street is good with a Christopher Nolan movie, I'm like, okay, I'll drop the dinero to see, just to be able to say I saw it in the theater.
Listen, you did Barbenheimer week, so
I did. When it's worth it, it's worth it.
Yeah,
it's worth it. It's worth
it. Funny enough, because Ryan Gosling's coming back into your life as Ghost Rider. So,
how fucking old is that guy now? Ryan Gosling.
How old is Ryan Gosling?
He's got to be like my age at least. And he's the new.
He's 45.
He's my age. Got it. That's exactly what I thought. Like, motherfucker's 45, and he's gonna be the new Ghost Rider. Like, I hope they make fucking 3 movies in the next 5 years, bro. You know what I mean? Or make him turn him into like an old school like old Johnny Blaze when he reverts back to human form. Because I mean, come on, man. Like,
oh shit.
How come all these old ass motherfuckers are like playing
want to be superheroes?
They're all super. What the fuck is going on, dude? Like,
I think the only young person right now is David Johnson, the new Black Panther.
Okay, yeah.
Who was fucking amazing in that movie, The Long Walk, the Stephen King book.
I still haven't seen that, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's in that movie, and like his energy is really good. But excited to see like what the Marvel panel itself was pretty good. It was just a little fucking short because they have a history of teasing us things for the next 30 years, and I guess they didn't want to do that anymore, which is fine.
I think Marvel and the MCU in general lost a lot of steam after Infinity War.
Yeah,
they were doing like a glide thing where they were kind of doing this, we're like gliding.
Yeah, and it's funny because
they lost that upward lift. It's been like this ever since. Yeah, it's just been.
And it's funny too because Doomsday, they said that like forget about Infinity War and all that stuff. This takes place directly after Endgame. So they know that something went wrong.
Okay, I see. What are they gonna do? Like, are they gonna fuck with the Stones again or another multiverse?
It's Doom. They're gonna do something crazy, and I
hope they got some good writers on this one. I hope they got some really good fucking writers because I'm gonna say as an extreme casual, I'm not nearly as excited about this, and I'm not excited about the direction I'm seeing. You've got like motherfucking characters we've been seeing playing the same character
I feel like Black Panther is really the only one doing it right now, like correctly.
I don't know if it would be oversaturation issue or just the fact that they kind of like lost the plot after Endgame. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. They got a little crazy.
And some of those things weren't bad. Like it wasn't all bad. I'm not trying to bash on the whole thing, but
they're good popcorn. They're good popcorn movies.
Yeah, but if you're trying to follow the plot, if you're trying to follow the whole and keep the whole kind of universe, so in somewhat of a put together jigsaw puzzle in your head, some of the stuff they did was just that was a different puzzle over there. You know what I mean?
Like after Endgame, I feel like WandaVision was a hit. You know,
Loki wasn't terrible. Loki
wasn't Loki. I to me, I thought Loki was the best out of all of them. To be honest with you,
I remember you liking it.
You know, next to WandaVision, yeah, it was good. I mean, they do a good job, and they keep they actually said that they're good, that it's in production. Well, they're not filming it, but they're moving along with Blade too. Then we're getting
who's playing Blade?
Marshala Ali.
Really? So it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so they got smart on that one. There's going to be a new Blade. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they were talking. So, like, Kevin Feige had made a comment. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm glad that we were able to get Wesley Snipes for the time that we did." So, I mean, that pretty much kind of seals the deal, I guess.
It was super fun. That was probably one of my favorite parts of Deadpool and Wolverine, was when Blade stepped out and he made his little cameo. That was fun for me because I remember seeing Blade like when it came out. You know what I mean? Like that was high school era fucking Jay. You know what I mean?
You know. Have you seen the fucking ads for the Blade nightclub experience that they've been doing?
No. But do you get to rave in blood?
Yes. And like, there's a dude, the main guy, he walks around as Blade throughout the whole party, and there's like, yeah, it's like a vampire fucking like experience. Gio said, he goes, I see them. Yep.
It's like a vampire fucking blood orgy, dude. Like, sign me up for that shit, bro. Sign me the fuck up for that shit.
I know the guy who's. Oh yeah, because it's in New Jersey. Yeah.
Hey, I'll try. Maybe I'll try the psilocybin again, John, and we'll go to a vampire blood orgy. That'd be my idea of
a blade rave. They tried to make the rest of the world happy, but not the comic book fans who support their movies. Squillini says, and that's the thing, because I don't want a whole I like what they did with the animations, like for some of my comics, but for the movies, to me, it's a whole nother universe. They don't need to be stories that we've seen already, And
that's kind of what I was getting at too. Is like it almost seems at times, not always, but at times it has seemed like it has gotten like really overcomplicated. Too many characters.
Yeah.
The plot gets too convoluted. The plot holes get bigger and bigger. Look at how we got a happy ending in Endgame. They had to what? Go back in time, right? And just undo Infinity War, right?
Can I piggyback off that real quick?
Please, go ahead. Please. That's just bad, right?
Apparently at the panel, they had this big announcement of a new cast member, right? Listen to this, baby, all right? So they said that their big new cast member was Haley Atwell, and that they were like, oh, yes, Peggy Carter's going to come back in Doomsday. No fucking shit, she's going to be back in Doomsday. She had a baby with Steve who went back in time for her.
Right.
What the fuck did you think? Did you not think she was going to be in the movie? Doomsday's over here snatching babies, and you don't think she's going to try to fucking come out here and try to fight? This was your big new cast announcement? Come on now.
Well, and I think
Am I wrong?
I think the viewing audience is starting to get a little jet lagged from a lot of it, and that's I can't really speak on. I watched the trailer release for Doomsday. I can't really speak on.
It was underwhelming. The trailer was underwhelming. I will say that.
It piqued my interest, but again, one of the only reasons my interest was piqued was because of how many different characters I saw in there. It was it's damn near the whole MCU, and Robert Downey Jr. playing fucking Doom. You know what I mean? It's like so. What makes me curious is like, what's the story actually going to be about? Like, what is this?
Because that's the thing.
They just fought fucking Thanos with the goddamn Infinity Gauntlet. What the fuck is Doom bringing to the table that is like that much worse or more of a threat?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, But the trailer itself, compared to like other release trailers from the Avengers, like that one was probably the most underwhelming, because by the time we learned about Thanos by that first trailer, we knew everything we knew about him. This, we know that he could stop Thor with 2 fingers. And that's about the extent of what we know and whatever.
We see with his powers, yeah.
You know, I'm excited about the X-Men to come back, but this will be the last time we see those old bastards, you know?
Think so? Think they're going to kill them?
Yeah, they're doing a whole new thing. They're doing a whole new thing for the X-Men in the MCU, so we'll see. Yeah, they're doing bad. I think Secret Wars takes place in Battle World, if I read that correctly, but I could be wrong too.
I have the original Secret Wars, but
the original one.
Yeah, it's in my closet right now. I've got it's 12 issues, and there's only one issue I'm missing. John, you want to know what it is?
The first one.
No. It's I think it's number 7 or number 8, but it's the very first appearance of the symbiote that later becomes Venom, and that's why it's hard. I never got it as a kid because it was a lot more expensive.
Yeah, because it was the first appearance. Yep.
It doesn't mess with him during Secret Wars because Spider-Man is in Secret Wars, but he gets the symbiote.
Don't get me started.
And later in the comic books, that symbiote eventually becomes Venom. But that is the very first appearance of the symbiote. So that's why that comic that's one of your more, not rare comics, but that's the one you want. If
a very sought out one.
Yeah, it's extremely sought out.
That's interesting. Yeah, but I mean that's what's happening. I mean, they made a Matchbox movie with John Cena that was revealed this weekend.
Okay.
I think the one thing, to be honest with you, I was actually most surprised with the Green Lantern trailer that they revealed for the show that's coming out.
I didn't see that. How'd it look?
The first 2 trailers, they were good, right? They were good, but there was a lot to complain about. But then they released the 3rd trailer, and they blew everything out the water and kept all the secrets to themselves. And I'm actually excited for this. What's going on, Hateful? I'm actually excited to see what they cook up with the Green Lantern. You know.
Oh, I fucking forgot.
Yeah, what do you got?
We will go back to this. I started watching The Sopranos. Did I ever?
That's right. Yes, you did. So where are you now?
I'm almost done.
Did they throw the guy off the bridge yet?
Oh fuck yeah! Oh yeah! Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. One of the last shows I did before the hiatus, we talked about.
Yeah, you said you had just started The Sopranos, so you're almost done with The Sopranos.
I'm getting there. I mean, I keep so. I share my HBO, right?
Yes.
And so if I black out for a couple days and don't watch TV for whatever reason or whatever,
you lose the.
And then I gotta call, and some nights I just don't feel like calling anybody or being trying to bother anybody. Oh hey, can I and it's no, dude, it's midnight. No, we're not doing that right now. and then I'll forget for a couple more days, and then on and on. So please continue about the Green Lantern. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. That's all I had to say about it. Yeah, even Squillini said, I'm so ready for the show. They showed off the Manhunters, the Martian Manhunters. They're going to be the villains of the show.
Okay.
Which is super exciting. They showed off Sinestro, and Sinestro's the GOAT.
I will say for all of our little, nitpicky, I liked this, I didn't like that, whatever. When comic book movies and TV shows or whatever, when they get it right, fuck, it is awesome. Fuck, it is awesome when they get it right, because you can feel it's like reading a fucking comic book, except it's a fucking movie or it's a TV show, it's on the screen, and that shit's fucking cool. And hopefully the Green Lantern does good. I'm very curious about Doomsday. Doomsday, I'm flipping a coin on. I don't know if it's going to be well received or if it's going to be everybody's.
And then Dune 3 comes out the same week.
I'm probably going to see Dune 3. If I picked one movie that week, that week of Christmas when they're coming out, I'll probably go see Dune. I think I told you I recently rewatched Dune 1 and 2 back to back. And I fucking love those movies. Those were great fucking movies. Right up my alley. Right the fuck up my alley.
They also just revealed, I think today, this morning. I've been watching. Me and my wife watched that Jesus show, The Chosen, and they finally showed the trailer. They're about to do the crucifixion, we're like, yeah, finally, right on. You know, so that
I remember you. That's kind of where you guys left off, like when it was.
Right when Judas betrayed him, that's when the show fucking ended. I was like, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Right at the betrayal.
Yep.
But yeah, you know, it happened. It happened, man. Now, what about you still playing the same old GTA?
Yay,
Red Dead?
Dude, you should see my fucking, like when I go into my stats, you should see how many people I've fucking killed in the last couple months, dude. It's ridiculous, dude. Like they'd put me in a fucking home if they saw how I play this game, dude. Like, I mean, seriously, dude.
Dude, I go on there to get my rewards and stuff. My 500,000 a month for the GTA Plus. Isn't Passion of the Christ Part 2 coming out next year? Yes, it is. It's coming out next March, I think. Yeah, Mel Gibson filmed another. It's called Resurrection of the Christ. Dude, but I've been playing fucking Arma. I'm still playing fucking Arma. I'm still on that shit like white on rice.
I'm on board with you on that one. You're never gonna hear me tell you not to play fucking Arma. When I can sit down and I have done this more times than I probably should admit. When I can sit down and literally watch 2 hours of other people playing Arma on a fucking YouTube video that's like fucking 10 years old.
The pilots are crazy, dude.
When just like everything else, when they do it right, they do it right. And so like, yeah, it kind of, it gets my, like, you know, my army brain kind of like the gears turning.
Yeah,
I'm watching tactics, and I'm watching different maneuvers and maneuvering, and how they fucking place their troops, place their tanks, how they attack buildings, all that shit. And I'm just kind of watching it. It's kind of like watching a football game, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, we've been doing. You know, we've been doing like I just learned we were doing BD6 this past week, CQB, and that was pretty fun. And you know, like some of these guys, this is probably the most serious like milsim shit I've ever seen in my life. And like because this game is also on PlayStation, you have people on PlayStation learning how to play this game. There's a lot of fucking buttons on the controller, dude.
Yeah. I'm still catching up to GTA 5 online because there's so like all the different functions you can like open up and unlock. Like
smoke cigarettes.
It's a lot.
Get snacks.
Yeah.
GTA 6 is going to be even crazier too. That's going to be the issue right there.
I'm dying to see when that drops. I want to see exactly what it looks like. I'm like day one. You know there's going to be motherfuckers on YouTube within fucking hours of that shit.
Oh, dude, Day one. Let me check out my PlayStation real quick. Because I got the timer on my PlayStation.
There you go. All right.
Because I pre-ordered it and it'll tell you how much longer you have. I mean, the moment that shit drops, dude, I'll probably be on YouTube at 11 p.m. the night before. Oh no, wait! I think I'll be in class that night.
Don't you have to download it too once you get the once it drops?
Yeah, but you'll be able to download a week prior.
Okay, so it's a download, and then at a pre-designated time it unlocks basically.
Yep. 114 days, 5 hours, and 11 minutes.
All right, you said 114 days.
Yep.
Not too bad. We're almost in double digits. Almost in double digits.
Armor will hold me down until then.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I apologize.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
Yeah, dude, like that. I like it when the immersion gets up, past like. That's one thing I like about GTA 5. Like, it doesn't matter what somebody's rank is in the game. Like, if they know what they're doing, they know, and if they don't, they kind of don't. Like, I took on like a gang of dudes the other night, like in a public lobby. And don't get me wrong, I died a couple times, but I was taking on like 3-4 dudes by myself, and I was getting kills. And then I was getting kills to the point like I was pissing them off. And when I tried to leave, I got in my car and fucking and chirped out.
They would keep going.
They were following me where I was going. Like that's because I was pissed. Like, because it's like 3-on-1, 4-on-1, and dude's basically like mopping the floor, and you get like 1 kill for every 2 or 3 that he does on 3 or 4 dudes.
I just I just fucking got a.
Tactics work.
I just got one of those a couple months ago. I got one of those weaponized helicopters.
Yeah.
And whenever I see a red dot, the insanity dot, I go right after them, get the points for it.
Yeah.
But then I made enough money and I bought the big plane, the AC-130.
Oh hell yeah!
And I hooked it up with all the fucking bombers and shit like that. So now I'm just going around just doing bombing runs in the city, just for no fucking reason at all.
I fucking love it. That's the shit that makes it fun. You want to know what's like probably like my proudest achievement in that game so far? Like no shit. I made you know how you can like buy the arcade or whatever.
Yeah.
I decked my arcade out, and I got like at least one of every single type of game that's in the thing, and then I set the arcade up, and so it looked like when you walk into like my arcade, it looks like a fucking badass. And I always keep it on the classic rock stations. So it's like 80s rock.
Yeah. You have to.
So it's like walking into my arcade is like walking into like the 1980s
time capsule.
I'll go into a public lobby and I'll turn the TV on so that the TVs are on above the bar, and I'll just put on like one of the stupid fake shows that they have, and then I'll go behind the bar and I'll invite the whole lobby into my arcade just so people can see that shit. It's like I spent time on it. You know what I mean? Like I was
do you have enough money to get the mansion?
I already have it.
You got the mansion? Holy shit!
I got the mansion. I got the Maze Bank Tower. So I got the biggest, like the tallest building.
Yeah.
I got the Maze Bank Tower. I've got.
Holy shit!
I got a facility. I've got a bunker. I've got a bail money shop and the garment factory. I stayed away from drugs in this one. Like I was trying to do like the drug ones. When
the drugs are confusing in this game.
Well, and they don't pay, and the payouts aren't that great. That great. Like and you're doing so much work for such a minuscule payout. It's like
have you seen the juggalos in there that they've added in recently?
Not recently. Like
they
call in that game like fooligans.
The fooligans.
Yeah,
they have like this little area under a bridge that you go to.
I had that. So my first character I had several months ago. I had that, and that's like the acid, like whatever. That's
the acid van.
That's those guys, yeah. But I'll have to go under the bridge and check out the fooligans. Like,
yeah, they're in there, and you see them. There's one guy in there that looks like D from the dungeon. That's one guy in there that looks just like him.
Hey man, I paint my face too sometimes. What can I say, man? What can I say, right? Do I paint it like a juggalo, or do I paint it like I'm in the army? I don't know.
That's right.
It's gonna depend on what night you catch me on. It's gonna depend on what
that's
night
what I'm saying. The paint. You know, it's warrior face paint. No matter what perspective you look at it.
Telling you, man. Telling you, dude.
It was funny. I had a conversation with a buddy of mine today, and he was like, he goes, "Yeah, I'm a juggalo, but people come after me because I don't like ICP's music." I'm like, "Well, ICP's music is trash, but the juggalo is a culture, not music."
Well, I think ICP has. There's at least probably somewhere between 3 and 5 songs out of their entire catalog that you'll bump to. Like anybody will bump to. Like, and it's like a couple of them you probably wouldn't even know it was ICP if you didn't know. You know what I mean? It's just like if you weren't paying attention, like they have some good, like John. I bump 40 Highway at my fucking bar, dude. All right, I bump ICP at my fucking bar on 40 Highway, dude. Like I don't give a fuck. Like not all the time. It's like I bump Slayer. You know what I mean? I bump fucking Amon Amarth, and it's like it just depends on what I'm in the mood for that night. And there's a song called Juggalo Homies. You know, off of their 6 Jokers card, I think, and I bump fucking Juggalo Homies at the bar sometimes because it's just a fun song. You know what I mean? It's just a fun song.
Yeah, man. I could agree with you there. I just you won't find it in my phone.
That's okay. That's why it's music. That's what art is for. Not everybody has to like it.
Now let's shift over to a couple military stuff. So
what do we got?
The missile strike in Jordan, was it up to 18, 19 now?
Yeah.
You know, I think
but they're taking four of the names off, even, like as if they didn't die, right?
Yeah,
like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, bro. I don't know if they're trying to speed run like speed run like our time at the top. You know what I mean? Of like the global hierarchy. But boy are they not looking good. We've got a couple of black eyes right now in the Middle East. We got a couple of black eyes, and it's not
on top of that too. These were all young. I think the oldest one was in his 40s, and like it's.
That's how it go, man. That's war. That would,
and
John, that would have been you if you'd have gone.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
That would have been
no. That we know when we sign up, we know that we should expect the unexpected, right? You're probably going to be in a unit that just came back, and then next thing you know, you're an NTC in the next 6 months. That's
why we train. So that if I'm a sergeant, I'm a team lead. Let's say I'm a team leader, and I'm in charge of a few Joes. If my head gets turned into a canoe from a 7.62 round or a fucking drone, God forbid, right? Fucking the guy or gal behind me not only knows my job, but is gonna have to step it up because they're in charge now because I'm fucking dead.
Yeah,
like that is literally what we train for. That's literally what we train. We train to die.
You're one IC, you're two IC, and then so on. You're absolutely right. And it's so sad, especially like I think the youngest one was a 19-year-old PV2.
Yeah.
Must have just came into the military.
Probably fresh out of AIT. Probably fresh out of AIT. I think those were air defense. They were ADA. Those were air defense. So that's not a job you traditionally imagine being kind of like on the front lines of a conflict with. Right, but you are 100% a big giant target. You're a big target.
Yeah. Now Jordan, I didn't think anything happened in Jordan. That actually kind of surprised me.
We've got bases everywhere, man, and in the Middle East, they've got missiles that can reach out and touch you. I mean, that's
crazy to know that we're at that point in society, right? In war society. I've been watching a lot of documentaries. I've actually been now kind of updating myself now a lot with the Ukraine-Russo war that's going on too. Watch this crazy video of this guy. He ran out of 50. Yells at the guy under him who's Ukrainian. He's like, I need ammo, I need 50. The guy gives him 4 AT4s that were inside the fucking truck. And he he's like, I need ammo, 50. And the guy gives him another AT4, but I've been, kind of have like that, I guess like years after now, I'm kind of getting into more military history now. I want to learn everything now, like I was saying earlier, Neptune Spear. This is going to be the Iran-Israel war is going to be another one that's going to go down in books, in the history books for war. And it's not a pretty one either.
When you wear the uniform, branch irrelevant, whether or not we were in conflict or not in conflict or at war or not at war, also irrelevant. When you wear the uniform, you are participating in history. Like for the rest of all time, like you will have served your country in uniform, like in that manner, for right, for wrong, for good, for bad, for fucking ugly, like lottie-dottie, everybody, like that's just that is part of what comes with the DD214. That is literally what comes with the DD214. That's why we get a DD214. It is on record. We are on file, 100% on file. We participated in history. You know what I mean? So like that's something that every man and woman that has ever served, every man and woman who's ever served, that is something that they can be proud of. You know what I mean? Let me see. What did you put that back up? I didn't get it.
Yeah, I got you. You were just mentioning this.
It was what do you think from the dungeon? It's fucking stupid. Like they wouldn't have been killed if conflict. It doesn't matter what they want to call it. Doesn't matter what you can't bring them back. Those 4 people. Last time I checked, those 4 people aren't Jesus. They ain't coming back. Okay, and some of them, based off of some of the media reports that I read, some of them, their families are not receiving very much of them like back home. That is very sad, and that is a brutal fucking reality of modern war and modern conflict. one particular mission on one of my 3 tours when I was in Afghanistan, I participated in what you might call like expedited field cleanup of a soldier's remains.
Yeah.
Okay. And
You
it's
mentioned
not.
this before, yeah.
It's not pretty, and it's not when bombs go off and things get exploded. And
Don't you guys have to do rescue missions for that sometimes too?
we can. It's situation dependent, but absolutely, it would depend on.
Yeah.
It would depend on the situation, depend on how close you were. Like specifically when I was in the infantry, if somebody was in our sector and something happened and they were allied with us, absolutely we could get called in. Like that's QRF, that's quick reaction force. You would the QRF would spin up and you go help the homies out.
Go do your thing. Yep.
Time, it's time to gangster up, dude, because we're about to do some gangster shit, right? Like that
Yep.
shit happens. That shit doesn't happen all the time. Depends on where you were and which. But between Iraq and Afghanistan, you had so many years, so many different locations and areas of those 2 countries. Sometimes it was hot, sometimes it was cold. You know what I mean? Sometimes there was a lot of action, sometimes there was fucking none at all. And you just don't know day by day. That's why you try to keep your head on a swivel and and try to maintain through it. And
No, you're absolutely right.
That is the reality of war. And it's not and when, like John said, you're fucking chilling in Jordan and all of a sudden you get hit with a fucking missile, lobbed over from Iran because somebody on our side fucking started shit a couple months ago or however the fuck long ago it was. You know what I mean? I don't care what they want to call it. Motherfucker's still dead. And that
And they didn't die home either.
Hell no. And their fucking families are crushed. Their fucking spouses, kids, motherfucking brothers, sisters, people they went to school with, people they fucking hugged and kissed and fucking cried with. Fucking
all they got was a posthumous rank.
That's it. But that's part of the blank check we write. We write that. That's literally. And it sounds so shitty and so. I promise I'm not brushing the deaths of our brothers and sisters off.
No, of course,
I can assure everyone this is not me brushing their deaths off. This is literally.
It's how they're doing the process.
It is part of the game, and that the death is
You're
part
right.
of the game in war. That is literally what we train for. We train to die in place, and whoever's fucking behind us picks up our shit and continues the fucking mission. That is.
And how many more are we losing that we don't know about that are not on the news?
I just saw right before we logged on. I saw a news report that's saying there are reports from anonymous sources that we have up to 600 wounded, and they are not they're not releasing the numbers. Which part of that they can call OPSEC. Part of that they can call OPSEC.
Yeah.
But once you're at a certain threshold, it's gonna come out. It is motherfuckers. We live in America. It's gonna come out. Like when Timmy comes home with a fucking missing foot, okay, we're gonna know Timmy got fucking wounded during this skirmish.
Yep.
Okay? Right? Like everyone can put 2 and 2 together in that regard. So,
and you know what? Speaking of that too, because did you see the new Army Directive 2026-17? I think it is.
What is it in reference to?
So it is. Let me get it for you. Army 2026-17 directive. Okay, so Army Directive 2026-17 is titled Optimizing Army Digital Media. As of June 30th, 2026, an order that consolidates and slashes decentralized and social media accounts. It limits official pages to major commands, installations, and headquarters to create a unified voice and improve cybersecurity. Most local unit and MWR pages are shutting down by the 30th of July. Now, the only allowed accounts are only major command headquarters, divisions, the Army Reserve installation, senior commanders, and 1 National Guard account per state or territory. So all those like Facebook pages that we follow and stuff like that, they're going to dwindle down a lot.
I'm kind of on the fence on this one, and I don't want to sound apolitical about this.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Even when we were in, John, people were bitching about too much social media. It's OPSEC, it's PERSEC, it's all this other stuff that back in the day, you know, when we were in the Cold War and we thought, you know, the Russians were going to freaking invade any day or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You know, OPSEC and PERSEC were taken extremely seriously to the point where, like, some of them probably, like, you know, clench their fists when they see some of the stuff that we could put out, not only on social media, but in uniform on social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, as long as it's in good taste and, you know, whatever, you're not breaking any rules. You can show pictures from the military ball. You can show pictures from...
Those are the things I'm gonna miss. The badass shit I completely understand. You don't want to give out weapon systems out and stuff like that. I get that.
Sure.
For me, it's the boot camp photos, those praising of those soldiers every now and then, like, when they honor a soldier when they pass away. You know, those things. A lot of those, I'm sure we're still going to get some of it, but not as much. And I always like to make sure to be on top of this. Our veterans, you know.
To me, there's an easy way to, if you want to call it offset this, you can have veterans or, you know, even civilian family members like auxiliary, basically, kind of like the VFW or the American Legion, have them run the fucking pages. If U.S. Army what the fuck moments doesn't want to fucking, you know, get shut down or whatever, have fucking civilians run it. Like, if they, and
I wonder.
I mean, because you, there's some pages where I get it. Stuff can be egregious. Not everything should be disseminated to the populace. When a lieutenant colonel or a sergeant major freak the fuck out on a formation and, like, start screaming and shit, the general public does not need to see that shit. That's behind closed doors. That's behind closed doors. That's within the brotherhood of the system. That stays behind closed doors in the uniform. That shit does not need to be put out. Now, if we're talking about some toxic ass shit, some fucking flagrantly, like, illegal, unethical, or immoral shit, as we used to say as NCOs, fucking that shit can be put out. Fucking absolutely put them on blast. Put them the fuck on blast.
I do not think that an active duty soldier should be doing social media content.
Content, no. I remember, like, I had a Facebook page when I was in the whole time, but I kept it to a dull roar. With my, like, I might have had some moto stuff, you know, some motivational stuff, right? But as far as like the army was concerned, I kept it to a pretty dull roar. You know, I was always pretty careful about what I put out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's because that's kind of the best you can do. Actively being a content producer, like, that's a little bit. Now we're getting into a different echelon, and I would say I would agree. That's for me. That'd be a no-go. We're not. Yeah. If you're a content, if you're worried about producing content for a channel or a thing, doing your thing.
Do public affairs for the Army. That exists.
That's an MO. Exactly. That's an MOS. And on top of that, like, if I get everybody wants a side hustle, right? You know, but you're not, like, unless you are super popular, your side hustle is never going to be making content. And if you're making content, how much of that time are you taking away from maybe what you should be worrying about, which is, like, your training? You know what I mean? Your fucking soldiers. You know what I mean? Your family. Fucking, like, all the things that the Army already takes up, like, 94.6% of your time. You know, what the fuck are you doing with the other 5.4? You know what I mean? Because the Army's only leaving you with, like, 5.4% of your fucking time. And and so, like, how many things are you sidestepping outside of the Army when you barely have this much time out of the Army as an active duty soldier anyways? How much of that are you sidestepping producing content?
Yeah. Now there's I'm not
a content producer.
Yeah.
I show up once a week for an hour and a half, and we giggle and laugh like schoolgirls, and we call it a day. You know what I mean? Like, so what were you gonna say, John? I'm sorry.
DS, what do you think about the video they showed about the sheep? I don't think they should have put that out. Well, that circumstance happened because someone leaked that out. You know, it was a video of soldiers. It's an old video. Of soldiers beating a sheep to death.
Did they eat it at least?
I don't know.
Well, they shouldn't have beat it to death. Jesus Christ. We have fucking guns and knives for that shit.
You know, there's just some things that can't be explained. You know what I mean? Why people do the things they do sometimes when they're in another country and they get a little crazy.
Yeah, boredom, and like clearly like a lack of like supervision. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's not right. You know, it's not right, but it's just bad things happen all over the place. Especially there, you know, and I would never want to talk shit about our great military, but there are some bad things that happen behind closed doors that we just don't know about.
I don't think recognizing, you know, that we have problem children within our ranks at times and throughout history. Okay, I don't think recognizing that means that we're like shit talking our brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? Like it's a far cry. You know, like I was laughing with one of my former soldiers. Me and him were talking over text one night, and one night I was on CQ. This is when I was still a buck sergeant, and we were on CQ together, me and him, and we like. The MPs came in with this dude. He was infantry like me, but the MPs came in with this dude, and they're like, "Hey, we have to go take care of something. Well, we've got about 2 or 3 hours, but can you watch this guy for us?" I was like, boy. "Yeah, fine. You know, whatever. You know, like that. Like we're cool. Like he seemed cool. He seemed calm and relaxed. He didn't seem like on edge. You know." And I was like, "Yeah, as long as he doesn't make me run, like, you know." And he kind of laughed, and we were joking, and I was like, "Hey, what kind of?" And I was getting ready to order pizza, anyways, for CQ because we're gonna be up all night.
Yep.
So I turned to look at it. I was like, "What kind of pizza do you like?" You know what I mean? And just kind of.
No.
Well, so we shoot the shit with this guy. You know, while we're waiting, you know, pizza comes and we're waiting for the MPs to come back to take custody of him. This dude had been in a fucking rolling shootout with the goddamn Colorado Springs Police Department. He had a bad night one night. Apparently, and the motherfucker legitimately. So he was getting kicked out of the army, but they were processing him so that he could be.
Oh, we had to do CQ.
I just had to. He was a good enough guy, but you clearly like you could see what I'm dealing with here.
Yeah, a screw got loose.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit of a screw got loose, and it's kind of like, well, here he is. You know what I mean? Like, so
now you're with him.
That's why I told him me and him wouldn't have a problem as long as he didn't make me run. As long as he didn't make me run. And I'm pretty sure he was
at that point he wasn't trying to get in trouble.
He was a beefy boy, but I'm pretty sure at the time I could have easily outrun him, even in boots. I can outrun him. Like, so he wouldn't have made it far. He wouldn't have made it far, and it would have gotten nasty. But he was
C group or B group?
Who, me?
Him.
Oh, he would have been probably B. He was in fairly solid shape. I don't remember what he. I know he had deployed. He had been deployed, but I don't remember how long after he got back before this incident occurred, or after he got back.
Yeah.
He clearly like he probably got too drunk one night, John, and he probably started fucking hallucinating or fucking PTSDing the fuck out, because that shit happens, you know. That was the end result, and that was
counts as an unfortunate truth.
It is, and I hope he's doing well. I hope he's served his time if he had to serve time. I don't know what. I never saw him again. Never asked. You know what I mean? Like he was one more dude I saw at Fort Carson. Just one more dude I saw at Fort Carson. And
that's always in the Army. That's how it is.
That is how it is. That is of no. That's not an ill statement towards anyone or anything or any unit even. It's literally just that's how it is. Just that was one more dude at Fort Carson. You know
it's funny. You could like I remember one time. You know, I was a cook, so you know I work with a lot of.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of different dudes, a lot of different ranks, and you just never know. One day, I bumped into one of my drill sergeants.
You did what?
I bumped into one of my drill sergeants who got moved over to Fort Benning.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I looked. I was like, Sergeant Thompson. He looked at me. He was like, well, God Almighty, Sanchez.
He remembered you. He remembered you.
You know, and I remember him because I'll never forget him say, one of the soldiers asked him, "What are your thoughts about weed?" And he said, "Well, I'm about to retire in 7 years, so what the fuck you think I'm gonna do when I get out?"
Right. At least he was honest. At least he was honest. I mean, I think a lot of us were honest about.
It's interesting too, because when you get towards the end of boot camp, they start getting a little cooler. You know,
just enough.
Yeah.
But I had the first time I went when I was going in as a mechanic. So
yes.
When I went to Fort Leonard Wood, that was my experience at Fort Leonard Wood, because it was just basic. It wasn't OSUT. You know what I mean? It was just basic, and then after basic, everybody scatters to their different AITs. And towards the end, when we were in blue, what they call blue phase at the time.
Yep.
That was those last like maybe 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks, getting closer to graduation. They dropped a little bit of the veil, a little bit. They kept us on a tight leash, but I was very fortunate. I'm not gonna lie. I probably had one of the better basic training companies when I went through. Like,
I feel the same about mine too. Yeah.
Especially after what I saw when I functionally redid it when I went to Benning.
You did both. You did both in Benning?
No, I did one. No, I did. My first basic was at Leonard Wood, and then when I went to Benning to reclass to the infantry, I functionally redid basic training.
And then you had to go do OSA. Yeah.
That was night and day. Like, it was. A lot of times the company or the platoon couldn't get right. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
The process was a lot slower and a lot harder, and it sucked a little bit out of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like having to deal with that. You know what I mean?
I like this question. If marijuana gets federally legal, will soldiers be able to smoke while in the military? That's a good question, because if they do, it'll be an off-duty thing.
They already said no. Like, I just read
Oh, they said no.
They already said no, which I don't think anything can be changed. And
yeah,
shit in the military is very progressive. I will say, like, the military is one of the most progressive organizations in our nation's history. That being said, there are still people against it. I don't know why. I wish.
It's not just about war. It's not just about war. It really isn't.
It's about war. It's about how many alcohol-related incidents do we have, and how many would be cut down if somebody could just go home and smoke a joint instead of going out to a bar and ending up with a fucking
the blotter would be empty.
I don't know it wouldn't be empty, but good God, I think it would be reduced. Same thing with domestic violence incidents, sexual assault incidents. A lot of those are alcohol related in the Army. A lot of those, like,
they are.
Alcohol is involved, and that is an undeniable statement. It's fact. You can look up the stats. Alcohol equals trouble when people consume too much, and in the Army, that affects our readiness.
Yeah. So, now,
I don't know why we can't smoke, other than there's people still against it. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's so interesting too, because I don't know how it is in other states, but in New Jersey, you could be an off-duty cop. As long as you're off-duty, you could smoke marijuana.
Okay. I support that 100%.
Yeah, and I think it should be the same for military. You know, you take the uniform off.
If they make it federally illegal, there should be no reason on God's green earth why you can't partake off-duty. We're not talking about going to the fucking field with a fucking J, homies. All right, we're not fucking
or smoking a J in your car before PT.
Yeah, we're taking this shit seriously. Like, we're not like
that. Yeah, I mean, for that, just eat a fucking gummy, I guess, right?
Just do what you got to do. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, but no, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be able to. When you are not actively involved, you're not deployed, you're not in the field. You know what I mean? Just a regular 9 to 5 day, and you go home. Why can't you spark a little green? You know, if it helps you wind down, if it keeps you from drinking a 6-pack when you know you got that PT test coming up. You know what I mean? Like,
the only thing that I could see why they won't do it is because of QRFs.
well, see, even then, I don't know about you guys, but when your tolerance starts going up, at least for me, when your tolerance starts going up, if I got a phone call right now, let's say I've got a car sitting in my driveway right now.
Yeah.
If I get a phone call right now, I'd probably look at the clock and I'd say, I'm leaving in about 20, 25 minutes. and that's about all I need. I don't need a long amount of time before like I hit the cliff, and I'm already kind of like back at it. You know what I mean? Like my brain. That's what we were talking about earlier with our about our friendly fungus. Like for some reason, my body or my brain or both seem to metabolize shit a lot differently and a lot faster, than when I was a kid. And that is just that's God's honest truth. I have to pay attention to it, and I have to respect it, because drinking a yellow beer, as I call them, John, a Pilsner, like PBR.
Yeah.
If I don't pay attention, I'll go through like 10 of these, and I'll be like, oh shit. Like what the, and I'll still feel like, if I'm just sitting there sipping on them and like just not like, that's what I'm saying. I'll like by the time I get to like, I won't even notice, because I'll just be sitting there and I'll black out on a video game or a movie, whatever, and next thing I know, I'm like, what? There's only like 2 beers left. Like fuck, those are like what? You know what I mean? Like what? It's like water. It's like fucking water. This shit's like drinking water.
So I got a crazy, we like our Army what the fuck moments.
Yeah.
I got one for you right here.
Yeah, Fred says hi to everybody too, by the way. I saw that.
Welcome back, Fred.
Yeah, Fred, see? They missed you too.
So this dining facility has a roach infestation problem. Look at that shit.
Oh, that's a fucking hood. Dirty hood, right?
Bro,
dirty ass.
I have never seen a defect like this, and I've seen several defects between Fort Lee and Fort Benning. This is bad.
Somebody should be getting fucking demoted for that. I'm not talking about the junior enlisted. I am not talking about the. We're talking about the
NCOIC up in this motherfucker.
There should be a fucking warrant. There should be a fucking warrant officer in charge of that fucking whole facility.
Yep.
Okay, where in the finger fuck were those two? For shit to get that bad.
Dude, I never once. Our DFAC, the Gibson Dining Facility, was so fucking clean. You could eat off of the floor. We would clean the shit out of it. Okay, and when they would come in for the pass-throughs, they stick their fingers under the tables.
Yep.
They start looking at everything. They do the checkups. I'm telling you, you can ask my wife. I'll be like, baby, they're checking the tables now. An hour later. Are you or have you left yet? No, they're still checking the tables.
Yeah.
And it's something. So seeing this,
if you want to pass an Army inspection, like it's got to be Army clean, and like and yes, like seeing shit like this, that's not only is it disgusting, but there's like, how did it ever get that bad that there's that many roaches? Because if there's that many scurrying around in the light, how many are fucking not even showing right now?
Yeah, and
like,
then
think about it like an exterminator. You know what I mean? Like.
So they got us. We are aware of the video depicting our dining facility. Effective immediately, we are closing Operation Iraqi Freedom facility to correct the situation. The defect will remain closed until the problem is remediated. While the facility is closed, we are shifting food service personnel to other dining facilities, and we are additionally providing on-site food trucks to feed our soldiers. Food trucks will include options that allow meal card holding soldiers to use their entitlements. And also, effective immediately, we're investigating how this situation arose. Yeah, depicting. That's a funny word to use. Bro. That's a funny word to use. The safety and care of our soldiers is paramount to us, and we take it extremely seriously. And we are committed to providing our soldiers the best quality food service they deserve.
Dude, like, I want to know, like, how many people, like I was talking earlier about, like, GTA 5 stats. I want to know this stat. How many people in the Army that had fucking rank had an absolute fucking stroke when they saw that shit? You know fucking heads fucking rolled. When that
especially
shit,
cooks.
Bro, that's like the antithesis of like everything you're taught about a dining facility and how to operate one and how to fucking maintain one.
And what you expect when you get your food from a dining facility.
Oh. That's like what did we always say? The first two Army branches in the United States Army were the infantry and quartermasters. Part of the quartermasters are cooks, right? Beans and bullets.
Yep.
Like, from day one, if you can make the whole goddamn tribe sick, bro. You can make the whole you can make the whole. You can make so many people sick from one bad batch of food. Like, you have to take that shit seriously.
Like, that's the first time I've ever seen anything like that from a DFAC. And the best DFAC I've ever seen is the Ranger DFAC. You know, rest in peace, Alex. He was a friend of ours that mine and my wife knew, and he worked in that DFAC. And I had to go there once to deliver some stuff, and it's self-serving.
Yeah. You get to act like a big boy when you go there.
And the Ranger DFAC, I want to join the Rangers just to work at that DFAC.
Those are some good fucking guys and gals in regiment, man. I'll tell you what, dude. They don't fuck around in regiment, dude. If you go to bat, you better be prepared to play, because they don't fuck around in bat. Like, that's the big leagues right there. That's the fucking big leagues right there. And that's part of why you get treated like a fucking adult. If you can play in the big leagues, they will treat you like a fucking adult.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, that's right.
Listen, you could take the kid out the city, right? But sometimes you can't take the city out of the kid. Learn how to hone it. Because you'll get very far. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. Now, the last thing I got for you, testosterone. Hegseth, what are your thoughts on this whole testosterone ordeal happening in the military right now? Because it's kind of funny, you know.
Yeah, it's like one of those, like, it's kind of funny, but like not haha funny. It's like, oh God, you know, like, oh.
It's like, you don't think men know that their testosterone levels are low right now? They get it. I wouldn't want to take a testosterone needle from the U.S. military. I'm sorry.
Dude, it's not even that. It's like, how fucking stupid. Like, of all the shit that we're worrying about right now.
I'm worried about,
you know, like
testosterone.
Fucking, out of all the oh, by the way, remind me again, just so I'm fucking, in case I'm fucking going crazy. Wouldn't having to take testosterone because of low T levels count as gender affirming care?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, it is. That's exactly what it is.
That's gender affirming care, isn't it? I just wanted to make sure I'm not fucking crazy. I know I took a fucking month off, okay? But, like, I just wanted to make sure I didn't go fucking even crazier in the month that I was gone. And Pete Hegseth is a giant fucking pussy. What a fucking idiot, dude.
He's also a fucking he's also an OPSEC slut, apparently, too. He's a fucking piece of
shit. Fuck him. Fuck that fucking clown, dude. That clown.
You watch your tone there, Jay, with gender affirming care talking. Oh, they're gonna get us now.
Oh no, Mr. Bill. Whatever will I do? Oh no.
I don't know what the dude's showing up in PT shorts to fucking Guantanamo. He's fucking telling generals where the fuck they are to the fucking enemy on Twitter. I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know what's going on with this guy.
That dude probably has America's smallest dick, dude. I mean, seriously.
I would not be surprised. Have you heard of the fucking shorts that they're like supposed to be boner protection shorts, and that they inflate when they're wet? That I bet you. And so one of the guys on Morning Gio made a joke about it. He was just like, "Yeah, it's probably to protect their small penises. That's what Pete Hegseth needs."
Probably.
What's going on, Lucky?
I can't pretend to understand a lot of what our so-called leadership is doing, be it military, political, whatever. And a lot of times we don't. A lot of times most of the time we don't get into that stuff on this show.
They keep on firing all the good guys too.
But but when it gets this flagrant, when it gets this obvious, you know, I don't know. I wish I had better words, and I wish I knew what I could tell people out there. Like, I don't even know how to feel about this stuff because it's that fucking stupid. People like this fucking clown shoe wearing motherfucker would have been fucking laughed out of. Oh, by the way, he was fucking laughed out.
He was laughed at, yeah.
He didn't even. He couldn't even.
His career wasn't that good, was it? It wasn't even that like.
He didn't even pass the rank of captain in the National Guard, bro. With a deployment on under his like he couldn't get past 03. That's like making specialist and staying in for fucking like, and you still never made sergeant. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Come on. If you stay in long enough, like, come on. Like, how bad is it, right? Like, how bad is it?
Fuck me. Is he from New Jersey?
Fuck, I don't know, dude, but fuck.
Oh, no. All right, no, he's from Minnesota, but he served with the New Jersey National Guard.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
You're talking about that guy with the weird lips?
He's just fucking.
I guess, yeah. The guy.
I feel like a lot of our leadership is just they're worried about all the wrong things. We're not making a lot of the right moves. Economically.
I want to make sure our soldiers have enough testosterone in their bloodstream.
Dude, global politics and global sociopolitics, geopolitics are no fucking joke, and you can't treat it like some bullshit. And this fucking administration has been just lighting fires everywhere, and then like just walking away as if they didn't start the fire. You know what I mean? And it's like you can't. That's not how we operate. That's not how we're supposed to operate.
He wasn't even airborne or aerosol or nothing like that either, right?
He's not. He
didn't do any of the cool shit.
He's a non-tabbed infantry officer. That tells you a lot right there. The fact he doesn't have a ranger tab tells you a lot. That by itself, if you're an infantry officer and you're not tabbed, that like you're gonna get looked.
You're in that long from 2003 to 2020. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's fuck the political.
Yeah. What do you think about the government trying to merge militaries? Well, we've always seen the military as one. It's
no, but that's the thing too, is coming up with shit like that, like merging our oath was to the Constitution of the United States of America. You can't merge our fucking military with another. They all
do different things.
Jesus fucking Christ. It is like the antithesis of everything, like the bedrock of what our country was founded on. Quite literally the bedrock of what our country was founded on.
Thomas,
they're taking jackhammers to this shit, bro. They're taking jackhammers to it, man.
Thomas Paine said something about this once, didn't he?
Thomas Paine said a lot of shit, and he's fucking a badass. And if you don't know who Thomas Paine is, look that motherfucker up. That's Paine with an E, all right? And read his shit.
A lot of common sense.
Yeah, you might say he had a lot of common sense. Yeah,
just a lot. It's
the fifth principle of patrolling. You know, I dig me some Thomas Paine, man.
Fuck me, man. But fuck yeah, Jay. It was a pleasure having you back, my man. We're going to see you again on Saturday for the Clean Sanchez annual. So you already know we're not going to be here next Monday.
Yes, next Monday we are off officially just for 1 week, but that is because this Saturday is the annual. This Saturday is the annual.
Is this a permanent return of the king?
Yes. I was on a hiatus. That's what me and John called it, a hiatus. I had to take a break, and that's okay. We've been doing for any of our newer viewers, we have been doing this every week for 6 fucking years.
Yeah.
Okay. So like when
wait, isn't it 7 now? Didn't we hit 7?
We entered year 7. We entered year 7 in June. In June, 2 months ago, we entered year 7. So for those of you that haven't maybe been longtime viewers, we've been doing once a week, every week for 7 years. I finally needed to take a vacation for about a month. Okay, like that's, I earned some fucking leave time. Let's put it that way. So I took some leave. I took some leave days.
some LOA. Which I just remember I got to put in the LOA for the Clean Sanchez annual with the fucking MilSim unit. They want LOAs. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. It was a pleasure having you back, Jay. Do you want to take the final thought tonight?
Yeah, I can. Absolutely.
Yeah, hell yeah. Guys, make sure to join us on Saturday for the Clean Sanchez annual. It starts at 4 p.m. And then we also have the JM and Diggs show happening on Thursday night, and then obviously Morning Rip. So make sure you guys check that out, and make sure you stay. If you're on Twitch, make sure you stay on the chat so I could swing you over to JM's stream. I'll raid over that way for you guys, so you could check him out because he just came on live. But Jay, take the stage, my friend.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, we're
Sorry about that.
Good night.
You're good.
Where are we at here? Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah. So it is very good to be back, and since this is the part of the show where we get a little serious every week, I'll drop kayfabe for a minute, and I do want to talk about mental health. And one of the reasons that I took my hiatus is because I was experiencing some deterioration, if you want to call it that, and it was starting to get a little overwhelming. And when you get overwhelmed and you find yourself in a place where you're white knuckling a lot more often than you're not, I want to remind everyone it's okay to reach out. It's okay to not feel good some days. It's okay if you barely have energy to get out of bed and take a shower. Do all the small things and fucking hang on. It's what we're good at. It's what we're trained to do. Okay, somebody out there loves you. Somebody out there misses you. Okay? Somebody out there is pining for one more chance to have another conversation with you. Someone out there is laughing at a joke you guys shared 25, 30 years ago. Okay? So when you are in those moments and it feels so visceral and raw, okay, I want to remind everybody that, Mama didn't raise no goddamn sons of bitches here. All right? We keep our fucking dicks hard. We keep our pussies wet for a fucking reason. All right? We're not allowed to leave, so we're not going to. If we need help, we are not afraid to reach for help. All right? We have a tribe. There's people out there who love us and need us there. So we got to stick around. All right? If you are ever in crisis, call someone. Call your homie, call your mom, call your freaking spouse, lover, freaking dude you drink beer with occasionally at the bar, whatever. Fucking call somebody. If you're worried about messing with somebody or it's late at night and you just can't make a decision, you've got other options, okay? You can text or call 988. Or you can call 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-TALK. There are licensed behavioral health specialists waiting for your call. All right, they are there. All right. We will make it together, but you have to hang on. We are going to be here. I came back. All right. I promise, guys. I won't leave so long again. Okay. Sorry if I worried anybody. All right. Yes, I'm coming back. All right, don't be a fucking pussy. All right, Jesus hates pussies, right? But in all seriousness, I am back, and we're not going anywhere. John's not going anywhere. Fucking Joe's not going anywhere. Okay, that's literally why. That's the main deep down reason we do this show is to show everyone if we can do this. If 3 yahoos like us can do this every week for 6, 7, however many years we've got left in the future. Okay, if we can do this every week, fucking you can too. That's why we don't ask for 5 minutes. We don't ask for 24 hours. We ask for 168. Give us a whole nother week. If you can make it a whole nother week with us, you're going to make it way the fuck farther down the line than you ever thought you could. And we will be there fucking cheering your ass on the whole goddamn way. Every fucking week, every fucking day, every 5 fucking minutes. All right? We're here, so keep your ass here. All right? Next week, Saturday, I expect a water source, and that water source better be filled with a beverage of your choice. It's mandatory fun day on Saturday. Mandatory fun day is Saturday. You will be dressed however you want to fucking be dressed. You will have your beverage of choice with us, or your smoke of choice. Okay, you will eat the finest of meats. You will feast with the finest of friends, all right? And you will have a goddamn good time while you fucking do it. All right? We'll see you guys next week, all right? We're doing this again, and we're going to be around for another 6 or 7 years. Bet fucking money, assholes.
That's right. Join us on Saturday for the Clean Sanchez annual, guys. It'll be exclusively on Twitch at Clean Sanchez Media. We will see you guys Saturday. We love you guys. You guys take it easy. And Squillini, please feel better. Please feel better, Squillini, for Christ's sakes.
Fucking Yellow Jackets, dude. He got fucking Squillini got in a fight with Yellow Jackets, dude. What the shit?
Dude, he turned into the kid from My Girl, except he didn't die.
It's like, he can't see without his glasses, Sean. He can't see without his glasses.
Without his glasses. You want to see food? See food. Have a good night, everybody. See you guys later. That was